Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a reading for Libra. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So I've opened up here to channel for a specific group of Libras that are going to resonate with this reading. So if you do feel pulled to it, if you feel drawn to the title or to the thumbnail, if it pops up randomly, then it could be for you. But just take what resonates. It is for a specific group of Libras, so don't worry if it doesn't connect with you. And so I'm going to go over what I picked up on, and then we'll open up more, we'll pull some more cards, and we will go from there. Okay, so this is a bit of an interesting message, and I'm not quite sure for everyone where this exactly is coming from or what this means. So we'll definitely open it up as we go. But when I first tapped into your energy here, Libra, I was being shown a hawk, and I heard look beyond and look beneath the surface. And they show me like a circles inside of circles inside of circles, almost like swirls, kind of like this perspective here, this Milky Way. And I was then hearing, release yourself from the trap. And they showed like a small little window, and I was getting this push for you, like through the window. And Spirit was talking about if you want to progress to the next stage, you have to see something clearly or beyond the surface. So again, I don't know what this is exactly, since we have this third eye chakra and the moon and this karmic completion. It could be personal for all of you. This could be about like an ending of a chapter of your life. This could be about a relationship. This could be something that you've been needing to close the gap on here with Libra. And it feels like there's a lot of emphasis here from Spirit for you to move through like a profound energy cleanse and really move into a fresh start. And I was hearing fresh outlook. And they showed like a burning bowl ritual, someone like throwing everything into a fire and releasing it. So there's like a strong message here of releasing and purging and letting go and clearing. So I don't know if you're like in a life transitional point right now, or you've just ended something, or if not, this is some almost like blind spot that you've had surrounding maybe something about yourself, or some kind of like subconscious energy with the moon. We do have this card here, so if it resonates, whatever this chapter has been for you has definitely been keeping you stuck. So if it's a relationship, if it's some blind spot that, again, we'll have to open up and see what that is, but something that you haven't been able to move beyond. Spirit's wanting you to hear this because Spirit's really wanting you to pull yourself up, I was getting. And they showed me like a vision of a gate that was locked, and also a bridge. And there was two versions of you. One was on the beginning of the bridge, and the other version of you was at the end of the bridge. And again, I was getting, we're trying to get you to move forward, or we're trying to get you to see if you want to progress, they kept saying. So whatever is circled around, it feels like it's within the third eye. So your perspective, your beliefs, your maybe something that is you're not wanting to see, or that you are just needing to kind of remove the blinders with. It could also just be releasing and getting ready for a new chapter of your life. And when I was being shown this vision of you standing and your third eye was being highlighted, they kind of showed me like boxes that were stacked up on all like corners of your body. And it was like really high up boxes. Something is like constricting you, or has been somehow blocking your vision of something or your clarity on something. And that seems to be what circled around, and why the hawk was coming through. And the hawk is very spiritual. It's also a messenger from Spirit, and it's also seeing from a higher perspective. So that's kind of where I'm getting this maybe hawk energy, is trying to get you to see a situation or your life from a higher perspective so that you can release yourself from the trap, as they say, or as they said here. So some sort of trap which feels like it's the moon, the third eye, it's heavily like woven in here. It's something that is just spinning endlessly. And for someone specific, this could be what this is about. It doesn't have to be for everyone. It could be a separate message. But for some, I was hearing it's not yours to take on. You've unfairly been taking something on. So for some with the devil here, if this is like a relationship, if this is something about even like gaslighting or something of the sort like that, it could also be that you've been like taking on someone else's energy or problems, or someone's been making you feel like the problem. That could also be here with the devil. It's some kind of unhealthy situation in your environment, most likely, or what you've absorbed in your environment, even for years, if that's the case. Because there was a bit of like inner child coming through. So that could be where it goes into a bit of a deeper message for some of you, where it's like time to transform now here, Libra, and leave the past behind. And really release the trap of what either other people have projected onto you, maybe some pressure around your third eye and around your personal kind of vision for your life. Also, it was 333 when I started this reading, so that can be also a angel confirmation. I don't know if I already mentioned, but there was like a little window they kept showing, and I was hearing there's still hope, and they want you to like focus on that window. Focus on the clarity of like a clear window. And for some, there could even be like something upcoming, some sort of decision or opportunity coming in that's going to help you to leave the troubles behind, or you already know that that's what you should be focusing on. That window could be like more of a metaphor for just clarity of your future and clarity of your mind, but it also could be leaving the troubles behind with an actual situation that's trying to open for you. So let's go ahead and open up a little bit more and see. It seems like your creations or your ability to change and like flow with change is also really important right now too. This Empress card was in reverse. So sometimes this can be someone who's not tapped in or not allowing themselves to be tapped into their creativity or divine feminine energy, but it also feels like it's this, again, like blocked, some sort of blocked flow with change and abundance. But if it does resonate with some of you who have been in an unhealthy relationship or environment of some sort, this could be that this is about you taking back your own personal creativity and vision for life, if someone has kind of stolen that from you in a way. But let's go ahead and see what else. So what else, Spirit, do you want to say for Libra? Yeah, I'm hearing you are the only one in charge. So it feels like this is definitely for a group of Libras where they want you to like really, I was again hearing rise up, honor yourself, pull yourself up. So it's a little bit of like a straightforward message here, but if you're in this situation, then you would know this is for you. It's time to take back control of your life. And so if this means you making your decisions for yourself or just like pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, if you have been not moving towards like certain goals or things that you know that you should do or could do, or even moving out of an environment, that's definitely coming up here, that you were the only one in charge, they want to say. For someone specific here, Libra, maybe you're not getting enough rest. Maybe you're not sleeping well, or you feel heavily affected right now by whatever this energy is. And there's kind of like a branch of a separate message here. For someone, if this is, even if you resonate with the other parts of the message, if you do have like an actual like block around your third eye, or if something has been attached to your third eye, you would know that that's for you, because maybe you've been having like really bad dreams, or you've been having trouble sleeping, or some sort of like spiritual attack may be going on. So just be aware of that, that you're maybe taking on something that's not supposed to be there, and it's affecting your sleep. I am seeing a Black Panther, and I did write that down, I forgot to mention it. So the Black Panther is coming through Also, as a guide for you, if you've been seeing the Black Panther, I know recently that's been coming up in my reading. So if you picked one of the readings recently that had the Black Panther, that could also have been a confirmation for you. But the Black Panther is all about spiritual protection, but also it's like coming out of the shadows, like in your full power. And that's what I'm getting here. For somebody very specific, like one person, I feel, but it's coming through that you need to hear that. If you are someone who has your own clothing line, or if you're wanting to like start some business with that or launch something, or like you're in the area of fashion, they really want you to follow your dreams and don't let anything block that, you know, like desire that you have for that or passion that you have. I don't know why specifically that's coming through, but that's for somebody. But of course, that's not for everyone. So for others of you here, Libra, it's whatever this is for you personally, that is your passion. Or if you haven't found like what you're passionate about, beginning to like search for that or find that and really like pour yourself into that. But if you already know what that is and you're already trying to build towards that, really don't lose faith in that. Don't lose hope in that. But more importantly, remove some self-limiting barriers or other people's opinions about what you're capable of. Like really remove that. It's time to transform now with these butterflies. Yeah, I'm hearing you can do more than you think. You're capable of more than you think. And that seems to be what keeps repeating here. You're capable of a lot more than you think. And this was here too. We have frozen for a time. So things could have been very still for you, either recently or for quite a while. And I'm hearing like ice cracking in my mind. So it's time for the ice to crack now. So if this doesn't resonate with all of you to be like a unhealthy situation or anything like that, it could just be that this is the time here of your life, Libra, to just simply kind of remove the fear of, yeah, like following some path of uniqueness. Yeah, but we do have this poison. So for a lot of you, it does feel there's some kind of choice that you either are making right now or that you will have to make in the future, which heavily feels like it's about choosing yourself and removing wherever this poison comes from. It's very clear with the devil here. For most of you, this is something that, and we'll see what more, and we will do an extended, but something is like creating this or has been. It's time for your abundance and your second chance. And I'm being drawn to this octopus here, because that can also be like taking on other people's energy, or spreading yourself too thin. But for a lot of you, I do feel there's an upcoming choice moment. We do have two kings here. King of Cups, the King of Swords. I just heard the name Brandy for somebody. The Nine of Cups reversed. I'm hearing the truth is already out, the sun. Or what is that phrase? The proof is in the pudding. I don't even really know what that means, but the proof is in the pudding. The facts are already out. The truth is already out. So yeah, Seven of Swords. It feels like this is probably a very specific group of you, that something deceptive has been going on, or you're realizing the truth about yourself, about a person, about a past situation, about your environment. I think it varies what level that is. For some of you, it's like a really big thing. It's maybe a very hurtful thing. Others of you, this is more just something that you haven't really accepted for a while, and you're coming to the realization that you have to accept that in order to move forward. But whatever it is, it's already out, or it's about to be out on the table. I'm hearing you can do better. You deserve better. Yeah, I mean, you deserve something better for your life that is not found in where you're coming from or is no longer resonant there. So, yeah, if this resonates with you, you would probably know exactly what this is. It doesn't feel like you would be confused about this. This would be something that you know what this is talking about. And you know it's time to surrender. Another 10 here. Teaching and learning. And they're pointing that out again, what I wrote down. If you want to progress to the next stage, the gate and the bridge. So this could be like an actual, some sort of teaching position. There's various things that are coming out for this reading. Some of you could be like a healer, a teacher, a spiritual leader. That could be, and you're being pushed into a position of more leadership or to take a different role. But whatever it is that you do, could be any area of teaching or leading. This is the moment of your rise up that is here for you to kind of get out of bed almost in a way, or like pull yourself up, emotionally speaking or spiritually speaking. So we're trying to get you to see this. They want you to progress to the next stage, whatever that means here. Let me get some of these specific, but it either has to do with, again, like an actual teaching position or leadership position, but also the lessons with the karmic completion here of something that you no longer resonate with. And it's like the next kind of chapter of your growth. Yeah, something is maybe coming out to the open. And I just dropped the notepad that I had on my lap, like on the floor. So something could be like a suddenly coming in. Unsuccessful plans. What else for Libra? So we do have the word temporary twice here. Yeah, so take care, enemies are working against you, on top of the devil. Again, I'm getting various different scenarios, so just take what resonates. For some, it could be something kind of minor or small, like maybe something is exposed in the workplace that is finally seen so that you can now move away from that or to be elevated in your position. But it also could be that you're finally seeing the true colors of certain people. For some, it is in work that is here to push you beyond your fear of accepting that has always been there, but you haven't wanted to see it, or you haven't been able to see it. But it could be this transitional point that you're in where this is temporary. Whatever difficulty has to come to light for now is temporary. And there's going to be a new experience that feels like it's already calling you, or it will be. But it's been hidden from you for a while. Yes, this is some troublesome situation here has been going on for this group of Libras. Yeah, exactly. A change for the better. So wherever it fits, there's a change that is happening for the better. Again, I'm seeing Spirit pull you up. So you're definitely being like rescued from something or pulled out of something. You're being pulled up to climb out of it, to release yourself, to be released, to be saved somehow. And it could feel painful in the moment, but it's going to be for the better. There could be, I don't know, a woman involved. This could be about a woman on top of this karmic completion. Maybe something is completed with a woman or about a woman. Yeah, so you will be playing a different role. And I had a hard time getting that out because this is at the bottom here. So someone may not want, yeah, I'm getting a tickle in my throat. I don't know, someone doesn't want you to have this different role or new role. It's something with the throat chakra. I'm having trouble forming my words. I'm hearing show them what you can do. I don't know who you're showing, but you show them what you can do. Like attracts like. Learn from the past. I'm hearing it's time to build a castle, and they're showing like a small home versus a castle. And I'm hearing for you, it's time now for you to build the castle. So it's like you don't belong anymore in whatever small home or whatever this was that limited you or stifled you or would have. Even if it just goes back to your subconscious fears with this third eye and the moon. So I'm going to get a few more here. We will have an extended, so I will have the link down below to either on Patreon. I just started doing these again, so if you are a member already on Patreon, the extendeds for these are going to be over there as well, but they're just going to be in a new tier. So that will be available over on Patreon in the second tier, but I'll also have it available on Gumroad as well. So we will look a bit more with some different cards. We will do a bit of scrying to see any direct messages from your guides, and then we'll pull some charms as well. The Ace of Swords. But is there any final message here for Libra that they need to know? Spirit, any final messages for them? I just heard you are a healer. Okay, so for some of you, yeah, if this does resonate as like a path, it's because this raven here has this pearl in the mouth, in the beak. So for some, I am getting that it's like you're meant to now move into a higher up position spiritually. It doesn't have to be a traditional spiritual role, but for some it is. It also could just be that your light in some way has been attacked, either intentionally or unintentionally, by a particular situation or just the life circumstances that you've been in. And it's like you're now ready to build your castle, and also to maybe help to heal others and to follow your truth and your passion. That is becoming very clear, or will soon be something with this pearl and the Ace of Swords. Like it's the divine is helping you. The Spirit is trying to help you to bring this opportunity through. Or even just the new timeline of clearing the clutter of the perception of yourself and your abilities, if that makes sense. Because there's so much untapped and uncreated potential within you. Let's get one final card for Libra. We have crystals, focus. Yeah, go your own way. I'm hearing that song. You can go your own way. So you're ready to go your own way. Someone could make music here, but it's also your harmony, your creations. It's time to go your own way. And with that hawk that was coming through, some of you could connect with birds in general. With the hawk here, as they mentioned, there's like a swirling circles inside of circles that leave the troubles behind. Release yourself from the traps of not being good enough, the trap of not sharing your truth, feeling attacked for that in some sort of way. And for some, this goes very deep into like inner child or family dynamics or belief systems that have been ingrained in you. So you're ready, basically, here, Libra, to progress to the next stage. And it does feel very spiritual. it feels like you're ready to leap into a new role spiritually, even if it's not the spiritual work that you do, because it's either way, it's like your light and your uniqueness is needed. Yeah. And lastly, they want to say, just don't take on anyone else's problems or issues, especially if it's, I mean, for some it could be legally with this over here, but someone who's trying to dump this onto you or accuse you of something or would try to do that, even psychically, you're not meant to carry that anymore. So I will leave it here, Libra, and I will have the links for the extended down below if you're interested. So if you did enjoy this, if it resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all over on the extended or in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.